All right, Jared. So last year you're a true freshman, and you're thrown right into it, throwing the ball a billion times a game. What was that experience like for you a year ago?
Last year was it was interesting. I think it was a multitude of different feelings. It was exciting and fun, but at the same time very disappointing the way things ended up turning out. But it was really cool to get to play real big-time college football as a true freshman, and I was thankful for those experiences, and I'm going to use them moving forward in life and with my college football career, and I'm excited for this year.
It's pretty uncommon for a quarterback, even now, to do that, to step in as a true freshman and start. We've seen a lot of redshirt freshmen have a lot of success in the past few years, but you still don't see a lot of true freshmen. Do you wish you had a year to redshirt before you were thrown into it?
Sometimes you think about that, but at the same time, not really. I was ready to play, and I was the guy that wanted to play, and because of that I played. Everything kind of went together, and went out there and did my best, and like I said, things didn't turn out the way we would have liked them to, but we learned from that, and this year is going to be much better.
What's the biggest difference between Jared Goff right now and Jared Goff 365 days ago entering fall camp as a true freshman?
I've learned a lot about the game of football and college football particularly, and I'll look at stuff I did last year against Northwestern and think to myself, like, why would I do that? Like, what was I thinking? Or any of the games last year. And I think I've just learned so much about defenses and our offense now, and build relationships with the coaches and the players, and become more of a full, well-rounded leader and football player.
As you mentioned it, last year didn't turn out the way you guys wanted to do. How did the team deal with that, with such a lack of success?
Yeah, it was hard. We went through some down times as a team, and but I think at the same time, you need those valleys to go up to mountains. It's hard to explain, but sometimes when things go terribly wrong, and you learn from that, and you as a team you kind of bond together, and just get better from those experiences. Really, what we're trying to do, and I think we've really learned a lot from last year, and we're excited to move forward.
Are you ready? Can you guys take a big step? Are you ready to take a big step forward this year?
We're ready to take a big step forward this year, I think. Our defense is so much better. Our offense is all returning for the most part. I was a freshman last year. I was young. Our receivers were mainly sophomores. They were young. Our linemen were almost all injured. They were also young to begin with. So, that paired with the top 5 hardest schedule in the country, paired with a new coaching staff. It was just all kind of a big mixture of things, but this year we're a lot more comfortable. Year 2 with Coach Dykes and his staff will be great.
When I think back from Eugene, when I think back on Oregon season last year, one of the moments or games that stand out was your guys' game up there in the hardest rain I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What was it like playing in that game?
That game was one to forget for sure. It was raining more than I've ever seen rain in my life, like you said, and I had some trouble holding on to the football, and consequently got taken out because of it. But that was a long time ago, and looking forward to playing Oregon again this year.
You ever played in conditions like that?
Never. I've never even seen conditions like that, let alone played a football game in it.
For what it's worth, it's usually not like that in Eugene. It usually rains, but not like that.
No, it was drizzling. It was drizzling in pregame. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fine. Like I knew it was going to rain a little bit. Right. It was drizzling. I'm like, okay, this is fine. Come out for the game, and it's just monsoon. I'm like, wow.
Pretty much wrecked our cameras that we had down there shooting the game. It was just so much.
Soaked.
It was unreal. Like the footage we have of it is unusable because it's just fog. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Getting back to this season, what's the biggest key for you guys? What is your success hinge on most?
I think becoming consistent is what we need to do. We had times last year where we were playing really well, and then other times where we weren't, and that's both offensively and defensively. I think for us to become consistent would be a huge thing. Consistently play well would help us out a lot.
So Morgan was your backup.
Yeah.
Tell me about Morgan. What is he bringing to Eugene? What should Duck fans know about?
Morgan's a very athletic quarterback. He's very smart and cares a lot about what he does. He's going to make plays with his feet and with his arm. I think he's a good leader. He's a good dude. Talk to him frequently, and he's really excited to be up there. He's excited.
Sorry, go ahead.
he's excited to be up there. I mean, he's just ready to go.
He seems like a different style quarterback from you.
Yeah.
Did your high school have to change up basically the offense between you and him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit faster than me, a little bit better runner, but there were some things that they put in, I think, his senior year that allowed him to do that a lot more, where he was able to, drop back and have some quarterback draws, have a lot more zone reads, but at the same time, I mean, we were still running that spread offense. He was still slinging it.
Okay.
He can throw it pretty well.
So, I mean, how would you describe him as a quarterback? We see Marcus, obviously, who's can throw the ball very well, but I mean, certainly his special attribute is his feet, I think, and he's also obviously can throw well. What about Morgan? How would you describe him?
He's very similar to Marcus, I think, and as far as his skill set, I think he's, like I said, he's a good runner, but that's not all he can do. I mean, he's very athletic, very strong kid, and throws the ball well, has great feet in the pocket. He has a lot of good things. I mean, he's a really good football player.
So you went to high school with him. What do you know about Morgan that maybe other people don't know about Morgan?
What do I know about Morgan? Let me think. I'm gonna get a good one. Hang on.
All right, good.
Okay, I know. I can't say that.
Maybe you can say it.
No. I don't know. I know where he used to work at Ben and Jerry's.
Okay.
I mean, that's a cool thing. He worked there for a little while recently.
Right.
Ice cream guy. I mean, I got a million funny stories. I don't think I can say on TV, but
What's the one that anything you can say on TV?
I think a good story about him is when I was playing as a senior, he was a junior, and he was still a really good quarterback at that point. And he didn't try to overrule me or try to get past me. He really respected the fact that I was the quarterback that year, and it was kind of my team that year. And he decided to play receiver. He played receiver that year and caught my first touchdown of the year. I remember that was a good one. He ran down the field untouched, caught a touchdown because he's an athletic kid. He's fast, so he played receiver, and I think that's something that tells a lot about him. He was willing to do anything kind of for the team to be better.
Oregon needs receivers. Could he contribute? Could he help him out this year?
He might be able to. Him and my other guy, Chris Tuhill. Chris Tuhill is going to be out there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Jared.
Awesome.